At the age of 67, most people are slowing down, enjoying their retirement, and possibly thinking about health as more of a maintenance issue. But for this inspiring individual, it was just the beginning of a transformation that many thought wasn't possible. Meet John, a 67-year-old who defied the odds and proved that age is just a number when it comes to building muscle and losing fat. In just 90 days, John changed his body and his life, becoming a living example of what dedication, the right mindset, and hard work can achieve no matter your age. John's journey didn't start with fancy equipment or extreme diets. It all began with a simple decision to make his health a priority. He was tired of feeling sluggish, having low energy, and not feeling strong enough to enjoy the activities he once loved. But he didn't want to just lose weight. He wanted to build muscle and get stronger. He knew it wasn't going to be easy, especially at 67, but he was ready to put in the work. This is the story of how he did it. Over the next 90 days, John's commitment to change would take him through a combination of targeted exercise, a personalized diet, and a mindset shift that helped him push through the challenges that come with aging. Let's dive into how he made it all happen. Initial struggles. John's journey didn't come without its hurdles. At 67, his body wasn't exactly in the shape it had been in his younger years, and he quickly realized that even the simplest tasks were going to be tougher than he expected. Starting from scratch wasn't easy. His first challenge was overcoming the mental barriers. He had spent years believing that getting fit at his age was a near impossible task, and many of his friends and family shared the same skepticism. There were moments when he doubted whether he could push through, but John refused to let age define his limits. Physically, his muscles were weak, his stamina was low, and he was often sore after even light exercises. He had to rebuild not just his muscles, but also his endurance and mobility. Simple movements, like squatting or lifting weights, felt foreign to his body. At times, the aches and pains were discouraging, but instead of giving up, John chose to embrace the discomfort as part of the process. Every setback was a reminder that change wasn't going to come overnight, but with patience and persistence, it was achievable. Another struggle was the impact of his previous lifestyle. He had always been somewhat active, but his eating habits had been poor for years. A diet full of processed foods, lack of nutrients, and irregular meal timings left him feeling sluggish. But John wasn't willing to let past mistakes stop him. He had set a goal, and he knew that the only way to reach it was to tackle his struggles head-on. The first few weeks were undoubtedly the hardest, but as he pushed through, he started seeing small improvements that kept him motivated. Training plan. Once John had overcome the initial mental and physical hurdles, it was time to focus on the training plan that would help him achieve his goals. At 67, John understood the importance of designing a workout routine that was safe, effective, and tailored to his body's needs. He didn't jump straight into high-intensity workouts or extreme weightlifting. Instead, his training plan started with a foundation of gentle, joint-friendly exercises to build strength and mobility gradually. John's plan included a combination of strength training, cardiovascular work, and flexibility exercises. 3 days a week, he focused on full body strength workouts. These sessions included exercises like bodyweight squats, modified push-ups, resistance band exercises, and dumbbell workouts. The goal wasn't to lift heavy right away, but to perform the exercises with proper form to activate the muscles and build a solid foundation. On alternate days, John incorporated light cardio to improve his heart health and burn fat. Walking, cycling, and swimming were his go-to activities, as they didn't put too much stress on his joints. These low-impact exercises helped keep his body in motion without overexertion. To enhance flexibility and reduce the risk of injury, John included stretching and yoga into his routine. These sessions were crucial for improving his balance and range of motion, which would help him as he progressed to more advanced movements. As the weeks went on, John started to feel stronger. His muscles became more toned, and his endurance improved. His training plan was working, and the results were evident. He realized that consistency, not intensity, was key at his age. And with every workout, he was building more than just muscle. He was building a new sense of confidence in himself. Diet changes alongside his training. John knew that nutrition played a pivotal role in his transformation. In the past, his diet wasn't the healthiest. He often relied on convenience foods and quick meals, many of which were high in sugar and unhealthy fats. But he understood that to build muscle and lose fat, he needed to fuel his body properly, focusing on whole, nutrient-dense foods. John started by cutting out processed foods and reducing his intake of refined sugars and carbohydrates. His new approach was centered around eating balanced meals that included lean proteins, healthy fats, and plenty of vegetables. He knew protein was essential for muscle growth, so he made sure to incorporate sources like chicken, turkey, fish, eggs, and plant-based proteins like lentils and quinoa into every meal. To support fat loss, John switched to healthier fats such as those found in avocado, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. These fats not only provided energy, but also helped with muscle repair and inflammation reduction. He also increased his intake of fiber, rich foods like leafy greens, berries, and whole grains, which kept him feeling full longer and helped with digestion. John didn't just focus on what he ate, but also on how he ate. He began eating smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day to maintain steady energy levels and prevent overeating. Hydration became a key part of his plan as well. He made sure to drink plenty of water throughout the day, helping with metabolism and muscle recovery. The most significant change John made was in his mindset about food. Rather than seeing it as a quick fix, he began viewing food as fuel, something that nourished his body and supported his fitness goals. As he stuck to his new eating habits, the pounds started to melt away and his muscles began to grow. His transformation wasn't just physical. His relationship with food had also completely shifted, making it easier to stay on track and continue his progress. Results in motivation. After 90 days of dedication, hard work, and consistent effort, John's transformation was nothing short of remarkable. Not only had he lost a significant amount of fat, but he had also gained muscle, increased his strength, and boosted his overall energy levels. His body was leaner, his muscles were more defined, and his stamina had improved drastically. The 67-year-old man who once struggled to get through a short walk now felt stronger than he had in years, proving that age is no barrier to transformation. The results weren't just physical. John's mental and emotional well-being had improved as well. He was more confident, more motivated, and felt a renewed sense of purpose. His newfound strength gave him the courage to take on challenges he had previously avoided. Whether it was hiking, traveling, or playing with his grandchildren, John was now able to enjoy life to its fullest. What kept John going through the toughest days was his unwavering motivation. Every time he faced a setback, he reminded himself of his why. He wasn't just doing this for vanity, but to feel better, to be healthier, and to live his life without the restrictions he once had. The small wins along the way, whether it was lifting a heavier weight, feeling more energetic, or simply sticking to his diet, served as constant reminders that he was on the right path. John's story is a testament to the power of resilience, consistency, and the belief that it's never too late to start a new chapter. His transformation didn't happen overnight, but the steady progress he made over those 90 days changed his life. For anyone doubting their ability to make a significant change, John's journey proves that with the right mindset, age is no obstacle.